Highlights. Come on. Another low strike, and Wallner not happy, and somebody's getting tossed today. It's either Rocco or a hitting coach, or hopefully not a player. Oh, pitch. And Wallner rung up on strikes. First we go back to Matt Wallner, and horrible calls went his way during that at bat as he struck out for the second time today. And then during the commercial break, hitting coach David Hopkins, he had some words for Miller, and he was ejected by the home plate umpire. 4 with his sweep. And where's that? Wow. Oh, it's a good pitch. 2 down. Now the 5-time All-Star Willie 0 for 1 struck out. And that's been a strike. Oh, wow. That door and that zone is been tough to read today.
I tried to fix it. I did everything. I showed them compassion. I showed them mercy. I walked away. I was the bigger man. And look where the fuck it got me.
I'm feeling this. I'm the professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, it's pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail, more importantly, you saw the clip. This is really about feeling cheated, right? If you play sports, you watch sports enough, you know the home field advantage, and you know people tell you life isn't fair. But the issue becomes you start feeling cheated. And what I mean is, damn, that's okay. So, okay, these are the rules. Yeah, we playing by the rules. Yeah. But you are changing the rules at your discretion. See, what's a strike is not a strike when my team throwing it. But a strike is a ball when my team throwing it, but a ball is a strike when they team throwing it. And you got to and you start looking at the ump like, dog, did you bet on this, man? What are we doing here? You know, to make a few bad calls, it's normal. People make mistakes, but when you start looking at a situation where you're looking like this, I'm sorry, this is not a mistake. No, this is not a mistake. You're doing this on purpose. No matter how you slice it, this is on purpose. Because if you screwing up on both sides, then we yeah. Okay. But that's why I talk about home field advantage, because people screw up one way. They screw up one way. And you start looking like, oh, okay, I'm cheated. You know, there's a clip of Allen Iverson talking to the ref. I forgot which ref that was. And he told Allen Iverson to calm down in the middle of the game. He said, "Look, I have to give you I'll give you a technical because you're bringing down the feeling of the game, basically." But he was talking about the crowd. You're bringing down the crowd, and he's like, "The crowd? You're supposed to referee the game, man. What are you worried about the crowd for?" And you start going, "Oh, okay, all right, so I'm getting cheated." And I remember seeing a clip of just a baseball reference, Gary Sheffield, and he was talking about getting walked all the time. And I think he wound up talking to Bobby Bonds. It was Barry Bonds' dad, I believe. And he was like, "What are you mad about?" And he's like, "Man, they walk him." He said, "It's going to make you a better hitter." Then he laid out all the things that was going to happen. And he followed that man's advice, and it got better for him. Because sometimes when people cheat you, they make you better, right? Because this is the thing about being cheated and feeling cheated. It sucks. It's bad when you're in the moment and you realize you're being cheated. It's a whole lot easier when you show up and you know you're going to be cheated. That's two different things. You're like, okay, all right. I already know this is not going to be fair. You know, a lot of times, the anger comes when you feel like you've been set up, because it's like, oh, you in on this. No, I'm just doing my job. No. This is how, like, sometimes if you go to court, sometimes black people feel like in court, like, or in the hiring process, you feel cheated because it's like, I was listening to Jason Black yesterday talk about how, a lot of times as black people, we could be overqualified for jobs. And what happens is, we're overqualified to do the job. But if you get somebody white in the building and they're underqualified, we'll wind up training them to for the position that they wouldn't hire us for because we're underqualified, because we lack experience. But the person we training don't have experience, or the person that we're training doesn't have the credentials. But hey, you got cheated because you know how the system works, right? So a lot of times people, they get upset because it's like, oh, I expected you to follow your own rules, but when it's me, the rules are different from when it's them. Okay, cool. So you feel cheated, right? Now, in these scenarios, there's nothing really it's nothing you could really do because, like, part of the clip was talking about how the ump threw one of the coaches out because he was like, man, what the fuck are you doing? And see, sometimes people who are able to conduct the cheating, or their egos are over the top because that's a power trip. It's a power trip for a person to be able to say, "Yeah, you know what, I could make this fair, but I'm not. And if you say anything about it, whatever." And I remember, clip of what was that? Remember the Titans when the refs were paid to do a certain job. And the reason why I use sports as a reference is because I think sports teaches you at an early age what home field advantage is and the lengths that people go to cheat to win. So because if you do that for a little league game or a high school game, you know, what do you think somebody's gonna do when money's on the line? And what I mean by money's on the line in a real world sense, when it comes to the job market, when it comes to innovation, when it comes to investing, are they gonna cheat? And some people will befriend you to cheat you. And some people will tell you in your face, oh, this is how it's supposed to go. No, we're following protocol. And then you turn around and they're not following protocol. So you feel cheated, you know. And unfortunately, this is the American way. But the only thing I don't like really about a situation like this is the person that's on the, let's just say the better side, like the person that's getting cheated in the for, like, you're against me, so you're making it harder for me to win, but you're for them, so you're making it easier for them to win. What annoys me is people's overconfidence. Like, yo, I'm doing my thing. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, what's going on. They're taking advantage of it and they rub it in. And sometimes people have blowups because of that. Like, motherfucker, they cheating, but you gonna act like you really like that. And sometimes people get over cocky and they take that mindset into another environment where you got to compete and there's no cheating allowed. There's no cheating in their favor at the time. And boy, it don't work out well. But I just want to talk about the aspects of feeling cheated, because a lot of times we I guess it's one of the few things, something that's glossed over a lot. I'm gonna say that. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna say that.